What's up guys, PokeSummer here and welcome back to another Weiss Schwarz deck profile, and today I'm bringing you guys my 8 choice deck profile with their bullet cards. Now, in the last deck profile I said I will do a deck profile on it, and here I am. Now before I get started, I need to make sure that this deck in particular is not as good as the standby build. I feel like the standby choice build is probably the better build to go competitive in, but this build is just as fun, and if you do go for this type of build, it will work, but it's gonna be a bit hard to play with pilot in some matches. So let's get to the deck profile. First of all, we're running 4 of the 8 choice, 4 of these choice combos, and 4 of the their bullet choice combos. I am just testing out these 4 and 4. I know there's a set 1 Kotori choice combo, and personally for me, I don't like it because it's not guaranteed. Because if you don't reveal a event or character, it just stops there and you end up triggering climaxes, right? Even if you do end up plussing, because it goes up to 2 times, you still might end up triggering climaxes. So the high possibility of you triggering climaxes with that combo is fairly high, because you go through 2 cards maximum from each attack and then trigger climax. Then again, if you don't trigger climax, then you're going to be compressed easily and your hand's going to be filled. So that card is basically a high risk, high reward card. And for me, I don't really like it. I know this is potentially not a plus, but it is much safer than the Kotori level 1 combo, which is why I'm running this instead of that. And for more in-depth card descriptions, you check out my standby choice combo. Most of the cards that I'm running in this deck are the cards I'm running in that deck as well. So I explain quite a lot why I'm running it, and yeah, just make sure to check it out. It will be in the link is going to be in the description below. So let's get the deck profile started. That's the 8 choice combo climaxes right now, and we'll get back to these later. As for the level 0s, I'm running 4 of these Yoshino runners. Now, just to make myself clear, these are runners, not chasers. At the beginning, people get confused on either they are runners or chasers because of the wording of it. So I'll play you. Basically, you mill 1 card from the top of your deck. If it's a level 1 higher card, okay, it gains 2k during your turn. So it's a pretty good turn 2 card and a turn 1 card, because it can be a 4k beater or it can run. So the way it runs is, if you have a character facing this, right? Your opponent has a character facing this, it can run. But if it doesn't, it has an empty board facing it, it cannot run. 3 of the top self search brainstorms. I'm running yellow instead of the green because I know I know Diabola has a green one, but this is yellow, and this also pumps power on attack, 500 to be exact, and mainly is a yellow based is a color requirement. So yeah, also top self search brainstorm, pretty self-explanatory. Now 4 Rickies. Now just a heads up, I'm iffy about the level 1 structure, so I might get rid of 1 Ricky for another card to add in more level 1 options. Right. I am okay with running 4 Rickies because that's the standard where everyone says 4 Rickies is good. But for me, I personally think 3 is just as good. Right. Running 4 or 3 is fine. Just depending on your taste. For me, I personally like 3. So if I do find a additional level 1 game, basically a side level 1 game, I will be moving this to 3. Maybe I should probably just add a swimsuit Holgas from set 1 instead, from any playtesting over the weekend with this deck. And I think a secondary level 1 game will be beneficial as well. 3 of these Sawas. Now these Sawas, I'm gonna be making a video, hopefully I don't forget, comparing the Shido Ichiki to the Sawa. Each have its own benefits, but short answer is, what I think is better. I think both are equally as good, depending on the set you play, right? This is more of a non-standby build, so I'm running these because I don't want to see a lot of cards going back in. The fact that you go to memory after you use the effect is more card compression. Meanwhile, Shido, right? You want to see your mill options because you're playing standby. If you get stuck, you can mill out, right? Also, yeah. So between Shido and Sawa, the difference is this only mills 3 and Shido mills 4. Shido is a blank, this sets to memory, and you maximum of cards of this card in memory is 3, so I can run 3. Well, pretty much forced to run 3 if you do play it. Also, it's like my little Shido event target because you can just res it and send to memory, just like Shido was. Mill the effect part, right? So, pay 1, send to memory, maximum 3. I guess it's 2 or less, right? You can send to memory. Mill the top 3 cards of your deck, add the character, send the rest to Waiting Room, and yeah, that's about it. 2 of these unplays salvage. Unplay pay 1, this one salvage, and is a Weird Ranger and pumps power when you use the salvage effect. So good card, good stable card, and I'll come back to this card a bit later. 2 of these 0/0 Kutoris, the assist. Main reason why I play these is to make this finisher more consistent or activate it in a sense, depending on my level state, my clock. This has been more explained in my standby and choice combo, so make sure to check that out after this video. Global 500, rest this, choose two characters from your waiting room, put it to the bottom of your clock, or heal the bottom 2 cards of your clock to memory. And at the end of the turn, if you heal, send the 2 cards from the memory back to your clock, and if you take damage, heal 2. Final level 0s, the 0/0 Cowgirl, and then the Climax Swapper. Running the yellow one because of color condition. I might go back to the Origami because I think I have more than enough yellow for color condition now. So I might I might just bring the Origami back because the minus 500 is just too good. It's a nice option, and the minus 500 can make worse of difference. 4 of these level 1 combos, aka Troy your opponent if they don't read. What this does is on reverse salvage. Now the first part is basically it's just a 6/5 on attacker because it gets 1k and then 1k from this. So Climax combo. If you have 2 or other characters as well, gains the following ability. During this card's attack phase, your opponent cannot move, cannot be sent to memory, and it cannot be bounced to hand. So it stops memory compression, it stops any bounce to hand combos, and it stops any move gear in a sense or runners. So you're pretty much guaranteed a reverse unless they have an empty board or they have a backup in hand that can go over 6/5. At the end of the day, this is 6/500. The best moment to play this is when you go to level 1 first. If they're level 1 first, they can just counter it and potentially be bigger. So this card is good. And do I think they're bullet when it comes to English? Will this card see play? I think it will see some play. And it will, honestly, I think Day of Life will be tier 1. Basically the best set in the game with Day of Bullet. Not because of this card, but with the other cards. Like the options it has. Like this Sawa. The Ricky, because the Ricky is a really good effect because it guarantees what you want to clock. So there's no chance of you clocking the card that you want to search. Right? And many other options like the new 3/2 early play. So this is a solid level 1 combo that basically fucks over some older sets like AOT, for example, or any bounce to hand combo or any memory compression decks, which is pretty much non-existent right now for English excluding slime. Then again, it's not really character compression more than an event compression. So this card is not that great so far. But once we're getting more English sets, hopefully much better English sets, like the top tier JP sets. Like for example, I want to see Princess Connect, New Love Life, Grisaya, those type of sets, right? The next level ones we have basically the anti standby text, which is the 1-0 HPP. So back to this card. If you have any card in memory, they just gain straight up 2-5 on your turn. So it's just a 6-5. But if you're facing a level 2, it gains another 6k. So on your turn, it's a 12-5 beater against level 2s. Or a 6-5 beater. Because you have this in memory. Because you're using the effect in mill 3 and it goes to memory, right? So you're basically, at best, going back with 3 cards less if all 3 of these are in memory. More compression the better with this type of decks, right? And then 3 of these My Little Shield events, absolutely amazing. Comes well with this, just like the Shield, you target this, you rest it, get the event off, choose one of the 3 effects, then pop this to mill 3, right? So what you don't know is rest a character and choose one of the following 3 effects. Either mill top 4, add 1, or choose a character your opponent controls. They send it to waiting room and choose a character that's a level lower than it and put it on the board. Also, if you have 6 or less cards in hand, you add a level 3 from your waiting room to your hand. Last but not least, we have the 1-1 early play stock Suicider and 1-0 anti-change backup to 2 clock. I only run 2 level 2s, a early play stock bomb Suicider, I should say. It is 2-0. I explained this over in my standby choice deck on why I love this card so much. Because it's 2-0, literally. And then one of the 2-1 refresh counter. It's still good to have a refresh backup because you don't want refresh is a good backup. It's just a general 2-5 backup, which is still good. And this deck tends to mill a lot, right? It can go through pretty fast because of this card, because of Sawa, because of the Brainstorm as well. So because of the, let's see, where is it? The Brainstorm and then the Runner, right? The Runner, Brainstorm, and then the Cowgirl as well. So you got a lot of mill options. So which is why I'm not running 2 like the standby choice combo, but still running 1 because it's a good backup still. And who knows, you may need it. For the level 3s, we got the choice, the 3-2 choice finisher, 3-2 Kurumi. So you're just gonna quickly run it down real quick. The choice standby build deck profile I had on my channel will be more in depth, so make sure to check that out. And once again, this card works amazingly with the 3-2 because it guarantees what you want to burn in a sense, depending on your waiting room, right? And you are gonna have cards in your waiting room because you're either leveling or paying stock for your 3-2, so you're guaranteed to have cards in waiting room for this card. So quick rundown: on play gains the following effects: heal during your encore step. It's a guaranteed heal. You don't have to be on board to heal, so don't worry about it when it basically crashes, right? Climax combo: after this card's attack, pay 2, ditch 1. Choose a character, or choose a card. I think choose a card in your waiting room in your clock. Burn 1 plus 1 level. If you choose level 0, burn 1. Level 1, burn 2, because it's plus 1 level. Now, moving on to another level 3, which I explained in full detail in my choice and standby deck, is the top 3 best early plays in the game, and one of the best cards in their life, and I think one of the cards that can make that basically the best set in the game for English, which is this early play. It's if you have 4 more characters, early play. 1k for each of your back rows so it's 10-5 always. And the way you play is if this card is in your clock, you may pay 2 dish 1 or to play it. And you can heal as well. So essentially, this in hand, you clock it, you pay 2 dish 1, and you just suddenly clock for free, and you heal extra 1 because you heal this and then another card, right? So quick card, your typical on-play stock bomb, and then the set 1/3/2 Yoshino bouncer. So it's a on-play dish 1 heal to stock, pay 2, I believe. There's a pay 2, yep, bouncer character. It's not the greatest, it's just another option depending on what you have. And that's about it. That's going to be the deck profile. There's not much to say about this deck profile. About this deck, it's fun. There is a lot of some struggles I have, like mainly the level 1 game, like being one-sided because I want the level 1 couple 2 value. So what I might change is just to make this to go to 1 and bring the Riki down to 3 to add additional level 1s. Maybe the blue 1/0 Shrimp Tolka, which is an amazing card, honestly, which we'll get to later in the book standby deck profile, the updated one. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this deck profile, and I'll see you guys next time for another Dead Live deck profile. Or hey, maybe I'm gonna do my Nisekoi deck profile now. Oh wait, I forgot about this card. Final card of the deck. That's right, the Assess Kotori. Even though if you play for hand, it's still a damn good card to play because of the 3 effects. And front Assess 2k is amazing, right? So what it does on play, choose 1 of 3 following effects. Salvage 1 character. Look at top 3, add a card you don't have to show, and pump 1k and 1 cell global. This was hiding. I guess now we're done. Finally, we're done. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and make sure to subscribe and like the video. Also share with your friends or enemies. Well, anyone you know was seen, right? Annoy them. And yeah, maybe the next deck profile will be my Nisekoi decks, the English meta version, and then the JP meta version. Or I can just do the standby book of Dead or Alive. I'll see you guys later.